When we're finding the perimeter of a rectangle, oftentimes you will have seen two different formulas. And so what we want to do today is look at finding the perimeter of a rectangle and what the two formulas are, and if there is or consider their geometrical significance. Alright, so if we start out and we have, this is our task, we have a garden and it's in the shape of a rectangle as we have shown here. One side, the length is 8 feet or 2.44 meters. I'll just work in feet. And the other side, the width, is 6 feet or 1.83 meters. My job is I want to find out how much fencing that I will need. So many of you recognize the fact that I want to know how much fencing is needed. I will need to find the perimeter. Alright, there are two formulas. So let's look at the first method. We have formula P for perimeter is 2 and open bracket L plus W, L being the length and W being the width. So verbally, this is saying twice the sum of, so notice in here, the sum of the length and the width, right? Now, this is easier to find the perimeter, and how do I find the perimeter? Well, as we said, I could take my tape measure and I could start at one corner and go around. So what I have here is a length and a width. So totally, I have a length plus width. In our case, this was 8 feet. The next side was 6 feet. So I would have my length plus width, 8 plus 6 is 14 feet. But then what does this 2 mean? It would mean that I have to double it. I have to also go around, or there's no need for me to do that. It's the same, and so I ended up getting P equal to L plus W, 2 times 14, and we ended up getting 28 feet. Let's look at the next method. Second formula, we have, instead of the brackets, this has been expanded. And so we have the perimeter is 2L plus 2W. It's just a sum. And this is 2 lengths and 2 widths are being combined. As I mentioned here, it's easier to order the fencing if we're doing this. So let's look what's happening. Here are my 2 lengths in red. Here are my 2 widths. Let me just get this out of the way if I can. Maybe not. Alright, so this was my 2L, and here we have our 2 widths. So I could order my fencing. I could tell someone that I needed 2 pieces of 8 feet fencing, and down here 2 pieces of 6 feet fencing, right? So although, whoops, fencing. Alright, so although we have the same value, so let's check this out. 2 pieces of 8, so 2 times 8 plus 2 times 6. Following our order of operation, we get 16 plus 12. 16 plus 12 is 28, so we have 28 feet. We do arrive at the same answer in both cases. Right? So it is easier from the first method to use my measuring tape to find the sum and the width and then double the result. That is, I looked at the formula P equal to 2L plus W. Right? I used my measuring tape and did what is the length, what is the width, measured around it, and then double that. While in the second part, using the formula P equal to 2L plus 2W, this is much easier for me to use if I'm going to the hardware and I can order 2 lengths of this type of fencing, which in my case will be the 8 feet, and 2 pieces of fencing that are 6 feet long. Right? So I hope this gives you an idea of, yes, we arrive at the same answer, but there are 2 different geometric meanings. Right? Check us out at on YouTube for more of these videos, or our website. Join us on Twitter and look us up on Facebook.